Internet. This is the Olive Dragon, doing another unusual vlog today. I'm going to be showing you guys how I do some of my artwork over the next, I don't know, indefinite period of time, and I thought we would do something that isn't drawing video today. I put up a few of those already, time-lapse kind of things, and I will be doing more of those along the way, but I'm not drawing today, at least not right now. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do some of my work painting skulls. I mentioned that I painted a deer skull a while back when I did episode 58, and I showed you the other deer skull that I have, the partial one that I named One-Eyed Jack. But we're going to be painting him today, and in addition, we're also going to be painting a coyote skull that I happened to receive. I ordered him off of Amazon, or eBay rather, for $18. And I'm going to be painting him as well today, him or her. I'm not actually sure what the gender was. He's a little bit broken though, so I'm going to first be hot gluing. You can see like right here, this bit's a bit loose. I'm going to hot glue that in so it doesn't fall apart. The lower jaw is hot glued as well. I had to go back and redo it because it was not done as well as I would like it to. Bits and pieces on his face, like these little fragile bits around the eyes, are also kind of loose. So I'm just going to go and touch him up first, and then we will get into actual painting. So I'm going to have the camera directed at my desk for most of this, so you won't be watching me, you'll just be watching my hands and brushes mostly, and we will see how well this goes. Now, the reason my deer skull is leaning on a box is because if I don't have something to balance out the weight of this antler, it'll fall over. But for now, let's work on this skull, the coyote, for a minute. I think that for both of these, I'm going to be doing kind of a life and death, tree-oriented design for both of them. Mostly because in a number of Native American cultures, the coyote represents trickster wisdom, but also life and death and rebirth cycles. And in some mythology, coyote actually accompanied the first humans into the physical world from the spiritual world and brought the seeds of life into the new physical world from the spiritual realm, so as to foster pretty much everything that exists in the physical realm. So what I think I'm going to do for the coyote skull, at least, is, that's loose too, is do half of this skull with a living tree, and then do the other half with a dead tree along the side over here, and then have like seeds and the ground at the end of the jaws. And the tree will spread from that and over the back here. Should be pretty interesting. I don't claim to be the most brilliant painter in the world by any means. I've had some formal painting lessons, not many. I do enjoy painting. I usually use it as accent for drawings. I like mixed media. Which you may or may not have known, depending on if you know me or not. And lately I've been doing a lot of various mixed media. And I promise I'm not actually going to like sit here and run my mouth the entire video because I won't be able to concentrate if I do that. Yeah, that'll stay in. And I do enjoy practicing. I use acrylic. That's what I'm going to be using on the skulls today. I do some watercolor, but that's better for paper than it is for this kind of bone and harder surfaces, at least to my knowledge. I've never really tried it on anything else, but the effects I think work better on a surface that is more absorbent. For the deer skull, I'm going to be doing a similar tree theme, except that I'm going to be doing like fall trees. The main part of the head will be the ground, and I will be adding leaf details on top of it. It'll be kind of a brown color. And then the antlers themselves will be the trees, and they will be brown, shades of brown, and with leaf details at the ends, where the points are. So that should be fairly interesting. And what I would like to do is incorporate the deer skull into like a Halloween style wreath with fake fall maple leaves around the outside, and maybe leaves hanging from fishing wire on the antlers so that it looks like they're falling off of the our representational trees. I'm still working out how to manage that a little bit because I don't know how to mount deer skulls on anything, or any skull for that matter. I looked up some tutorials on the internet that gave me some ideas of how to go about doing things like that. Still looking. I might have to just like buy a kit or drill some holes in the back of the skull to put like a really heavy gauge wire through it. Because the problem I'm encountering is that the deer skull likes to be pulled forward by the weight of his antlers naturally, and so it leans a lot more when you're trying to put it at a more flat angle. So there's this. He should hold together a little bit better now. I just don't want his teeth to fall out, or, you know, the front of the skull to crack, or the pieces around his eyes to break, because I am probably going to sell. I might sell the coyote skull, I might sell the other deer skull that I have already painted. It just depends on which one I get more attached to, really, because I can't keep all of these as much as I want to, because my art pieces are my babies, and I do get attached to them, but if I keep all of them, then I'm not really doing a lot of good for myself or anyone else, because I get cluttered. I need to get water for my paint, so I'm going to just step off screen for a minute and do that. Thankfully there's a bathroom right next to my workspace. I was going to go outside today, but it's very cold, even though it's supposed to be spring, and I'm very upset about it. But maybe spring will decide to come at some point. We're just going to put Mr. Coyote, or Mrs., aside for a little bit, because I'm not using it, and I need some space. So let's start with the deer, because it's going to take a little longer probably to do this. have finished one skull, the fall skull, and I will be incorporating this into a wreath, maybe, as I said. May have to drill holes in the back of the head back here, maybe just behind his eyes, so that he won't be inclined to lean forward anymore. He's still a little wet. This is skull 1. I'll probably paint the coyote skull tomorrow because it is 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, almost 11:30 at night. So I'm gonna do that one tomorrow. But it gives you something to look forward to. I actually really enjoyed recording this because I've never recorded a process for a big project before. And I will probably try to do more in the future, jewelry making, whatever I happen to be doing, now that I've got a better handle of where to put my camera and all. If I do any more work with him, which I'm going to try to, I will probably record that as well. Making a wreath is a bit more complicated than just painting, but I may as well. I mean, what else am I going to do? So, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, then leave me some feedback, leave me a comment, whatever. Do me a favor and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow when I start my coyote skull, and we'll see if that turns out as well as this did. Until then, see you later.